Alright guys, we're looking at the lifelong history of PENGU here, and yeah, I can say that it is actually riding this trend line for the most part. It does look pretty good. We did have a little bit of a deviation here around the end of December, and but basically guys, it's making higher lows the whole way. It doesn't look bad. Keep in mind, I did sell this token on the launch pool day, and I think I sold it for like 6.6 cents. Now, I sold my bio launch pool yesterday, and this was the only coin that I picked up actually. I picked up just a small amount of it, like 500 of this. Although for the launch pool I had like, I think about 1900 of this. So anyways, I picked up 500. May pick up a little bit more, maybe in the next launch pool or mega drop on Binance. I'll trade for this a little bit more probably. Now, it is starting to get to a point where PENGU is going to start making higher highs probably. Now, it has to close basically a daily candle above 4.1 cents. This line here, this orange line. I've kind of erased all these, lines. Like there was many blue lines on my last chart. Just want to simplify this a little bit more for people. Now, if it seals a daily candle above this orange line, or a 4-hour candle actually up here at 4.2 cents, we're probably going to see more upside. Now, I do think this is probably going to happen today, probably on a daily time frame. So if I put this on a daily time frame, you can see that it's going to close the highest daily candle it's ever closed, probably. So let's see what happens today. And like I said, if it breaks above 4.2 on a 4-hour time frame at a minimum, then for sure you're going to see higher highs here, much higher. Now looking at this on a weekly time frame, you can see it's just been around for about 3 weeks. It just goes up, guys. Now, again, this is still a fairly new coin. However, I want to point out, I do think it had bottomed. Basically, let me put this on a daily time frame. What was the lowest point? Okay, it was over here about 4 days after it's open. Yeah, it was at, 2.2 cents basically. So if you picked up some there, congratulations, guys. I mean, that's excellent. I thought about picking up some there, just I wasn't sure about it still. But yeah, apparently this is, a place to really buy NFTs. It's a good website. And now I do want to mention that I cannot get on their website. I don't know why. It shows me that it's unsafe. On my browser, I've used 2 browsers. I use Chrome and I use Brave. If anybody has any tips, please make a comment in this video. Maybe I need to use Mozilla or, I don't know, Internet Explorer, for example. But it just wants to protect me from this website for some reason. And I don't know why. I can't figure it out. I don't know if other people have this problem as well, but please let me know. Now, taking a look at the RSI and Stoke RSI, guys, on the weekly time frame, it's just starting to form on RSI, so there's not really much to see, but it's like in a normal level here. Stoke RSI hasn't even formed yet. Actually, this is a daily time frame. Sorry, on a weekly time frame, there is nothing. Yeah, absolutely nothing, guys. So we have to go to a little bit lower time frames. Now, 4-hour time frame, basically, you can see that it's still in neutral territory on the RSI. I mean, it's reasonable. It is pointing down though, but I don't think that really means too much. Stoke RSI, it's actually getting into like over bought territory, and it may start to cool down a little bit. On the 1-hour time frame, guys, it's overbought basically on Stoke RSI, but the RSI it's just about to get into overbought, so it may start to cool down. I do believe, let's check 15 minutes. Yeah, okay. 15 minutes, kind of a low time frame to look at it. Now, it's in normal levels on RSI. Stoke RSI is kind of low. but it is pointed down a little bit. So yeah, I think, you know, probably this is going to cool down, in my opinion, in the short term here. So let's see what happens. Let's put this back on a 4-hour time frame, just because this is not so old. So yeah, you can see that we are starting to get a little bit of a red candle, you know, on the 4-hour time frame. So like I said, we may get support here at 4.1. Let's hope we hold it, at least on a daily, you know, time frame. If we can do that, there is more upside to come. Now let's take a quick look at Bitcoin here. As you can see, guys, we have reclaimed the $98,000 level here on the weekly time frame so far. Do remember, this is a daily that I'm looking at this chart, but this line is a weekly support right now. But we do have to close the candle tomorrow at midnight, and that would, you know, show that this is now truly 100% support on a weekly time frame. Now, keep in mind these orange lines, they're daily resistances, which are above us. If we do get above them, they will become supports, and we just have to close the daily candles above them, of course. So, for example, if this candle would close above this orange, then this would, you know, be support on a daily time frame. Now, keep in mind, that's going to be a lot weaker than a weekly support. So anyways, let's move on, guys. So yeah, we have claimed this, or reclaimed this $98,000 level. We are now looking to push above 99, although it is a weekend, guys. It's Saturday, and yeah, I don't think we're going to get too much action today or even tomorrow. We may even come down a little bit tomorrow. We are creating a little bit of a CME gap. However, I'm not a big fan or a big believer in these gaps so much, especially in a bull market, guys. In a bear market, they tend to get filled a lot more often, I believe. But we still have a gap down at like 76,000, so be aware of that. It's actually a pretty large gap. Now, taking a quick look at Ethereum, guys, it is looking a lot better. You know, I'm looking at this on a 4-hour time frame, keep in mind. But we are reclaiming the 3652 weekly support right now. Again, we have to close this candle tomorrow above this, and that would really show that this will become support for us. But yeah, we are actually moving towards this, you know, the top of the Fibonacci here at about 3832. So yeah, I have to say Ethereum looks much more healthy than it did for, well, almost, well, what is it, two and a half weeks or so. And yeah, it's nice to see. So once we make our way out of this Fibonacci here, let's see, let's put this on a daily time frame. This will be a little bit easier to see. Yeah, we will be actually approaching local highs, and you know, basically the goal is what, 4,100 after that. So yeah, we will have a little bit resistance here at 39, like 62, but basically it's taken out the high. Looking at the total market cap, guys, on the 4-hour time frame, we are still above the 3.28 trillion mark. We are actually 3.43 trillion at the moment. And next resistance on a weekly time frame should be 3.62 trillion. So again, this is looking a lot healthier. The local high, basically, if I put this on a daily, yeah, it's pretty much, you know, like Ethereum. I mean, we can say it has kind of a similar pattern here, but yeah, basically, if we take out 3.62 trillion, we'll be making our way back up to local highs, you know, and up to, I don't think that's the all-time high. Let me see. Let me put this on a weekly time frame. Kind of zoom out, but I think we were a little bit higher. No, okay. Yeah, I forgot, guys. So last, you know, market cycle, basically, you know, was what, 2.85 trillion or so, 2.9 trillion. So yeah, we will be making new all-time highs once again. Once we get above, what is it? The high here is 3.73 trillion. So yeah, we're not too far away. This is a nice little weekly candle, bullish engulfing from the previous. So yeah, I do believe probably in the next couple weeks maximum, I think we're going to be making new highs. Now, taking a quick look at the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, guys, this is the one I was thinking of that we haven't taken out the high yet. Basically at 1.71 trillion. That'll be blue sky territory. Now, zooming in over here, we do have a nice weekly candle. Next resistance on a daily time frame is 1.55 trillion. So really no resistance till there. Weekly time frame 1.61 trillion. And like I said, 1.71. That's the all-time high pretty much from the last cycle. Now, taking a quick look at the dominance, guys, you can see we're still not at local lows basically since beginning of December. However, let me zoom in over here, guys, and show you. This is starting to look really beautiful here. Keep in mind this is the 4-hour time frame, and yeah, we are breaking below 56.9% at the moment. We did try a couple of 4-hour candles ago to break below, but we did see this get eaten up. It actually got supported here at 56.9. So right now, like I said, this is coming down. You can see this is just kind of a straight candle down. So it's looking good for alts, guys. I have to say, from the local lows, I'm still about 10% down from where we were in December, beginning of December. So if that gives you some idea, if this would come down to like this area here, I had like 10% more. I mean, that's thousands of dollars, guys. So yeah, if we make it down to this area down here, I'm expecting a good bounce in my portfolio. Now the liquidation heat map, guys, pretty much in the last 24 hours, not many have been wrecked, but it's more shorts now. I think we started to see this yesterday though, where shorts started to get wrecked more. And yeah, so you can see here, this is the last 24 hours, basically who's been wrecked. So, ETH, BTC, Doge, SUI, pretty much everybody getting wrecked here. Anyways, don't play with leverage. I don't do it anymore. I think it's too risky, guys. As a result of the dominance going down, guys, we are starting to see that this is ticking up. So it's not altcoin season. But again, we find ourselves on the side of the altcoin season more than the Bitcoin season. We're at 53. So, we're still kind of in the middle, but we're leaning towards altcoin season. And yeah, the further, this goes down, guys, the better. It's definitely, when we get down here, I think you're going to see the 70s again in this altcoin season chart. So prepare yourselves, but you're going to see some crazy gains soon, guys. As for fear and greed, 73, yesterday 74, not much has changed. Would like to see it go down a little bit more though. But last month was, horrible. Up here in the 80s, and I think we had some 90s. So yeah, 73 right now. Let's see what happens, tomorrow. I think it will tick up a little bit tomorrow, just because we're starting to see a lot of gains. As for the Pi Cycle Top indicator, guys, again, I can zoom in here. Not much has changed. I'll zoom in even more. Yeah, it's still got a while till we cross. Like I keep saying, it's just probably about 6 months away. Now, taking a look at the economic calendar for the week, guys, pretty much there is a FOMC member speaking tomorrow, but I don't think that's going to affect the market too much. Now, PMI is on Monday. We do have factory orders. That could affect a little bit Bitcoin's price. Now, Tuesday, ISM numbers. Jolt's job openings is probably most important. Wednesday, not much going on. Maybe ADP, non-farm employment change. We do have a Fed, speaker speaking. We do have the meeting minutes, though. That's another thing that kind of affects the market a little bit. And I don't think consumer credit will really do much. But anyways, Thursday, we do have a holiday in America. We do have jobless claims coming out. We do have FOMC member Harker speaking. And Bowman. So that could slightly affect the market. But Friday, most important, non-farm payrolls. Then we do have Michigan numbers, of course. average hourly earnings, things like this, but non-farm payrolls is most important. When it comes to the interest rate cut, guys, pretty much it hasn't changed. Still, almost 90% believe that nothing is going to change for January. I think that too, guys. I believe, like I've been saying, no cut January, cut March, no May, yes June, no July, yes September, no October, and then the Christmas bonus cut next year. So they did say 2 cuts was going to be next year. But I think there's going to be at least 4, guys. Looking at crypto bubbles, there is a lot of green, but there is some reds popping up here and there. Although it's not deep reds, it's like 1-2% maybe. Most of these reds. There is AI 16Z, which has had massive days. Lately. Fartcoin too, so that's a little bit more red. BGB also has had, a lot of green days in the past couple of weeks. But yeah, pretty much everything is in green, and it's more green than red, of course. I would say it's at least 65, maybe 70% green here, maybe 60%, 65. But yeah, just, there's more bigger numbers like Sui, PENGU, Jasmy, ARB, Hype. HNT, so we do have, like it says over here, it's actually in green here on crypto bubbles. So anyways, don't want to babble on about that. Coinondo, if you want to check your staking, guys, go here, type in whichever coin you're looking for. You do have the times that you have to stake or whatever. You do have limits and things. Be careful, read everything. And yeah, if you like this video, guys, like, subscribe, activate the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot, guys.